जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। अजर अमर अद्वैत अगोचर, अजर अमर अद्वैत अगोचर, हर 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 शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। सिर पर गंगा गल ही माला, सिर पर गंगा गल ही माला, सिर पर गंगा गल ही माला, हर 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 शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। दृग में ज्वाला कंठा काला, दृग में ज्वाला कंठा काला, हर 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 शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। बेशक पाला खप्पर वाला, बेशक पाला खप्पर वाला, हर 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 शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। जय श्री लाला परम कृपाला, हर 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 शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव शंकर। जय शिव शंकर, जय शिव ओम हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये, हर हर महादेव। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 In 18th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna is painting the picture of an ideal sadhaka. It is like a jigsaw puzzle with 7 pieces. What is the personality of an ideal sadhaka? You can also look at it as 3 separate jigsaws. One is Sattvic, second Rajasic, third is Tamasic. But it is difficult for all the 7 pieces to be Sattvic all the time. So our effort should be, majority should be Sattvic. In between you might have some red pieces from the other puzzle, some other color piece from the third puzzle. But majority should be Sattvic. And I hope you already got a chance, or you are going to get a chance, to look at all Sattvic together. It's a great joy. That is how Bhagavan is painting the heart of a sadhaka. Until now we have seen 5 aspects. Shall we see the Sattvic aspect of at least these 5 together? Don't worry about the verses, then you will be flipping pages. You've already seen these topics, so you can just remember whether or not it rings a bell, then go back to the verses later. First thing we saw was Sattvic Sukham. This Sukham is that which is born out of practice. It comes with effort, takes time. Sukham born out of spiritual discipline, spiritual routine. Appears like a poison in the beginning, but is nectar-like in the end. And the blessing of the Sattvic Sukham is, it puts an end to sorrow. What is the source of Sattvic Sukham? Consciousness reflected in a calm mind, devoid of any objects. That is the main source of Sukham for a sadhaka. Not sense objects, but Atma Sukham. He is reveling through his peaceful mind. Then came Sattvic Buddhi. What is the intellect, understanding of this person? What kind of instrument does he have? 4 pairs he understands very clearly. 4 pairs. First one is where to get engaged, where not to get engaged. Pravrutti and Nivrutti. Second is what to do and what not to do. Karya and Akarya. What is my duty and what is not my duty. Third is where I should see fear and where I should be fearless. In adharmic things, he sees fear. And once he has done the right thing, on the strength of devotion to God, he becomes fearless. Dharmacharan, Prabhusmaran, Atmaraman. 3 steps of fearlessness. And the 4th pair is he understands very clearly what is bondage, what is liberation. If I am experiencing sorrow in my life, that is bondage. Sorrow came because of dushkarma. Dushkarma came because of erroneous desires. Erroneous desires came because of ignorance about my true self. True cause of bondage is being forgetful of our own blissful self. One who has clarity in all these 4 pairs, that buddhi is Sattvic buddhi. Now in his everyday life, he has Sattvic dhriti, fortitude. That which holds him back from erroneous things. That which keeps him on the path of spirituality. That is Sattvic dhriti. His mind, his sense organs, and transactions are very well regulated by this Sattvic dhriti. Consistency of purpose. In spiritual goal and in other goals also. But the beauty of this Sattvic dhriti is it stays with him all the time. Avyabhicharini dhriti doesn't come and go, or it is not only for few things. It stays with him all the time. How did he build it? By regular meditation. Yogena avyabhicharinya. Yogena means repeated practice of meditation. Increase that dhriti. Another meaning was by tuning to God more and more. Yogena means to unite. More he became closer to God, to that extent he was saved from doing wrong things. That inner voice of conscience, inner voice of God, kept him on track. That dhriti is called Sattvic dhriti. Now when he is working in the world outside, he has this ability to give up. Because anything we hold on to becomes a bondage. Interestingly, he is not giving up actions. What he is giving up is asakti, attachment to the action and attachment to the result. That is his ability called as Sattvic Tyaga. And while he is working, what is his vision of life? That is a Sattvic Jnanam. In the midst of differences, in the midst of duality, he is able to see that non-dual self. Even for a minute, even for a short time, if this Sattvic Jnanam really works for somebody, it can do a lot of good for that person. Even if it is somebody whom he doesn't get along with. Even for a moment he feels that the one who is here is none other than my Lord. His relation with that object, with that person, has to change. That is the beauty of Sattvic Jnanam. Doesn't have dvesha towards akushala karma and doesn't have asakti towards kushala karma. Akushala karma means those actions which he doesn't like. He doesn't say, I will stay away from them. And what he likes to do, he says, I will do only that. One who is free from this pair, that is a sadaka, having all sattvic qualities. On purpose, I didn't go into Rajasic and Tamasic because then it confuses. It becomes overwhelming. Just focus on all sattvic together, where we should go. If I am seeing agitation, disturbance in mind, then I should see all Rajasic together. Very likely the cause is one of the factors. Tamasic also, both of them, they will point a mirror towards saying this is where you need to change. And I have this choice. Sixth aspect of the jigsaw puzzle is karma, action. How does this person act? Bhagavan says there are 3 types of actions. First one is Sattvic, 23rd verse. Niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatah krutam apalaprepsuna karma yattat sattvikamukhyate. Niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatah krutam apalaprepsuna karma yattat sattvikamukhyate. What is Sattvic Karma? Niyatam sangarahitam. Niyatam word has come many times. Niyatam means those duties which Bhagavan has given us. Based upon stage in life, based upon our mindset, what is needed for us to grow. He gives us the perfect environment. That becomes our niyata. In doing that, he doesn't ask questions. Niyata karma, which includes our daily prayers, taking care of our family, going to work, all of that is niyata karma. Niyatam sangarahitam. Sangarahitam means even while he is doing his duties, even while he is doing his sadhanas, he doesn't have this thought that I am a great performer of this action. One of the subtle pitfalls in Sattvic person is possible pitfall. If he is saved from it, he remains Sattvic. Possible pitfall is to start feeling, I am a good sadaka. This is the background story of Gopika Geet. When Bhagavan spends one-on-one time with each gopi, every gopi starts feeling, I am very special. That Bhagavan is giving exclusive time to me. Right then he disappears. Bhagavan is okay with anything except Abhimana. And that too in his own devotee. He is an expert surgeon, One Mahatma Ji says in his commentary, only problem is he does surgery without anesthesia. Means his way of removing ahankara sometimes will not be very pleasant. It will be painful. Like in the case of Narad Ji. He got Abhimana of his control of mind. Bhagavan said, I will give you Hari Rupa, and brought that same pride down. Sangarahitam means that while he is doing his bounden duties, while he is doing his sadhana, he doesn't feel, I am greater than others. Sangha can happen even there. Aragad dveshatah krutam. Aragad dveshata means he is not looking for material benefits in his bounden duties. For example, let us say there is one injunction to wear Rudraksha Mala. Wearing Rudraksha is Niyata Karma, let us say. But the moment a person starts thinking, what are the benefits I will get? Positive energies, they will become, I'll be able to harness all of it. The moment that thought comes, it shifts from Sattvic to Rajasic. If I am wearing Rudraksha Mala because I have to wear it, it remains Sattvic. That is the meaning of the word aragadveshatah krutam. Means not looking for material benefits in his daily duties. He says it will come anyway if it has to come. His main focus is kartavya. It is to be done, therefore I am doing it. Aphala prepsuna karma. Aphala prepsuna means he doesn't have this deep desire for reward. Rajasic karma will be able to appreciate this difference. Sattvic person takes up one work, keeps doing it. Let's say in between he realizes the result is not going to come, or result is opposite than what he would have wanted. He just doesn't drop the karma and starts doing something else. He will continue because that is the right thing to do. In Rajasic karma, Bhagavan will say, this person starts a work, but the moment he sees result is not to be seen, very quickly he switches. Sometimes election, people start with one party, they realize it is not going to come, doesn't hesitate to go somewhere else. There also he stays for some time, doesn't find anything, third place he goes. He says that tendency to keep switching because result is not seen, that is the role of Rajoguna. Sattvic person stays there whenever he is supposed to do the right thing. Aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate. Now here there are some points to pay attention to for sattvic karma. What is the motivation for this person? You can say his duty. Kartavya becomes his prerana. Because I am supposed to be doing this, I will do it. That's how he has built his personality. He doesn't ask further questions. I have been given a role, and that role demands these duties. Whatever it takes, he says, I will do it. Another sweeter inspiration is pleasing God. What can I do such that my Bhagwan is pleased with me? But when we say we should do our work to please God, we should do our work thinking of God, one question always comes, what does it mean? What does it mean to offer all our actions to God? If I'm thinking about God, how can I do my action? Because I have only one mind, right? I can either think of God or I can think of my action. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he gives some very good clarity over this point. See what he says. He says, first thing we have to realize is, purpose of human birth is God realization. Before doing any analysis, first thing a sadhaka has to think that I want God and God alone, wholeheartedly. And I will do whatever disciplines it takes to attain God. Either it is japa, or it is pujanam, or it is dhyanam. He goes to his teacher and says, tell me what is needed to realize God. I am willing to do all of it. Then the question comes, what will happen to my work? If whole day I am going to seek God, who is going to do my work? Then he says, do that work to attain God. Do you see some difference here? First, setting God as the goal. Then whatever work has to be done, doing it in such a way that it helps us move towards Bhagavan. whenever our transactions are good, we can forget it right after. Once the work is done, we are free, we can do whatever we want. But if our transactions are disturbed, it will stay with us longer. So doing those transactions in such a way that I can turn towards God, such that I can turn towards God, that becomes Sattvic Karma. Sometimes what happens with us as sadhakas, we keep world as the goal and want to do work to attain the world. And somehow we try to fit God. While doing my work, how can I think of God? While doing my work, how can I dedicate to God? Just think about that approach. It is Upanishadic only, but when it comes from a Mahatma in a very precise way, it opens up some knots. Means he's asking us, if we have difficulty in offering work to God, we should first ask ourselves, do I want God? Bhagavan Krishna also asks Arjuna, 12th chapter. He says, Arjuna, you are saying your mind doesn't focus on God. My question to you is, do you really want me? If you really want, it's only a matter of time. Everything will fall in place. That sadhaka will know how to offer karmas to God, how to put mind on God, everything will fall in place. Critical part is Varanam. Varanam means, what is my choice? What is my goal? That becomes his anchor for Sattvic Karma. Whatever action is done, such that it becomes conducive for God realization. That is Sattvic Karma. Then he gives some examples of how mother takes care of a child. Even though she is doing housework and the child is running around, if he goes out of sight, amidst the 100 things she is doing, one part of her mind will be on the child. Very quickly she'll bring him back, give him to again get started. It is like that, even when we are doing our work, one should never lose sight of Bhagavan. One part of the mind is at his feet. Ever available to seek his grace, that is how his Sattvic Karma is. Beauty of Sattvic Karma is, when a person starts working in this way, he realizes such karma is much better than Rajasic Karma. Efforts are the same, anyway results are going to come, but minus stress and strain. So one karma is doing erroneous karma. Second level is doing good karma, but with lot of raga dvesha. Third is Sattvic Karma. And fourth one is self-abidance. There was a woodcutter who used to cut regular trees in the wood which have fallen down. He was making his livelihood out of it. One day he meets a saint who says, my good friend, keep moving forward. He doesn't understand. What did he say? My dear friend, keep moving forward. Next day he comes to that forest, starts doing. That words are bothering him. Those words are bothering him. He said, my dear friend, keep moving forward. He says, maybe he told me there is a better forest inside. I am just on the periphery. I should go inside. He goes inside and he finds sandalwood trees. He says, Arey, this is much better than the previous one. Spend some time there. Then again he remembers. He said, my dear friend, keep moving forward. He goes further, finds a silver mine. Spend some time, he says, now I'm happy, this is good. Finally, again he goes further and finds a gold mine. He says, this is the journey of a sadaka. Happy with regular trees is all mundane actions. Finding sandalwood trees is dharmic actions. You realize, dharmic actions give more joy than mundane actions, good actions. Better than dharmic action is selfless actions. That is the silver mine. And better than selfless action is self-abidance. That is the gold mine. Puja Gurudev writes in one place to all sevaks. He says, I'm reading his letter. I am glad that many of you have actually experienced that dedicated activities are not personal sacrifices. They provide us a personal indulgence in a joy and inspiration which is unknown to many. That is Sattvic Karma. I like how he uses the word personal indulgence in a joy and inspiration. Unknown to person who is doing the previous two. Self-centered actions and mundane actions. That is the beauty of Sattvic Karma. Now in that verse, I want you to highlight one word, Krutam. Do you see the first line? Last word is Krutam. Don't ask me why, okay? After the third set of verses done, we will again see those words. Sattvic Karma, what was the word you highlighted? Krutam. Krutam means he has already done it in this way. His actions are done in this way. In Sattvic Karma, if you note, Bhagavan did not point out what type of actions are Sattvic. Did you notice that? He only said what mindset makes any karma Sattvic. For example, if a monk is doing austerity, what type of karma will you call it as? In general, okay, all of you know that it is not depending upon action, but let's say general person you ask. Monk is doing austerity. What type of karma? Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic? Sattvic. If there is a butcher, slaughters meat, what type of karma? Rajasic or Tamasic? Tamasic, okay. But you see that story of Dharma Vyada? That monk who was doing austerity had this pride that I am a great monk. And that person who was a butcher was serving his parents, living a pious life. There it is pointed out, Dharma and Sattvic Karma doesn't live in a particular action. It lives in the mindset. It might be the most holy action, but the moment likes and dislikes come, moment we start feeling, I am greater than others, most holy action can become tamasic. And so-called tamasic action, mindset is right. That becomes his Sattvic Karma. In our Sanatan Dharma, Dharma doesn't live in objects. You cannot say, show me some Sattvic objects. Dharma doesn't even live in actions. Dharma lives in intention. With what mindset am I doing this action? If I am not alert, silently I would have slipped from Sattvic to Rajasic or even Tamasic. Externally, it might be the most holy action. That is Sattvic Karma. Now let us come to Rajasic. Yattu kamepsuna karma साहंकारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम् यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासं तद्राजसमुदाहृतम्. Here I want you to highlight the word kriyate. Kriyate. What did you highlight in the previous one? Krutam. Here it is kriyate. Yattu kamepsuna karma. Now Rajasic karma, you will find attributes are completely opposite to Sattvic. Previous person was aphala prepsuna. He didn't even think about results. This person says, results are my main motivation. Kamepsuna karma, that is his main motivation. Strong desire for results. Now remember, what is his main problem? He is not willing to accept any result opposite to what he wants. Because we will need some idea of result to start any work. But Rajasic person is unwilling to accept any other result than what he wants. There is no concept of God's will. Prasada buddhi is missing. How does he do his actions? Sahankarena va punaha. Sahankarena means has lot of pride that I am doing this. Ahankara, the etymology is aham karomi. Aham karomi iti ahankara. I did this, I did that. Whenever we have Rajoguna, that is how that Rajoguna will express in us. Ahankara will come. There is no concept of being the instrument of God. Sattvic person says, I am the Karana. Bhagwan is the Karta. Rajasic person says, I am the Karta. Only when things go well. Tamasic one, he will say, we saw 5 factors for actions, right? Adhishtanam means locus, where you are sitting and doing the work. Karta is the doer. Karanam is the instrument. Cheshta was the action. Daivam was God's grace. Sattvic person remembers, Karta is only one out of these 5 factors. All 5 have to line up, then only the work is done. Even if you think from Karta standpoint, our contribution is 1/5. Rajasic person unsees all other 4 factors. He says, who did this? I did it. What about Adhishtanam? He says, Adhishtanam also was because of me. What about actions that other people did? What about the instruments which were available to you? He says, doesn't matter. What about God's grace? He says, who cares? Out of these 5, his main focus is on Karta. That is why Sahankarena Vapunaha, those actions which are done with lot of ego, that is Rajasic Karma. Third indicator of Rajasic Karma is he puts unnecessary efforts. Kriyate bahulayasam. Ayasam means efforts. Bahulayasam means unnecessary efforts. Many commentators, they have written, for Rajasic and Tamasic, there are no need for examples. Our mind is capable of providing it in plenty. You look at our own mind, whenever mind is disturbed. Sometimes to read one paragraph, it takes 1 hour. You read it once, you don't get it. Again you read it, still it doesn't enter. That is called bahulayasam. Lot of effort is needed because mind is disturbed. So when such a mind works in the world, to accomplish small things also it will put lot of effort. Is it necessary? Not necessary. What a satwik person can get done in 1 hour, Rajasic mind will do it in 3 hours. And one commentator he writes, Sahankarena and Bahulayasam are connected. Because this Rajasic mind thinks, more actions I do, greater I am. It has tied its identity with actions. So how do I nourish this ego? When I do many things. Sahankarena means nourishing the ego. I did it. And Bahulayasa means doing many things for a long period of time. That is the tendency of Rajasic mind. Whenever we see this in ourselves, we have to remember Rajoguna has entered. And Rajasic actions will produce lot of Ragadvesha. Lot of likes and dislikes. There will be a lot of friction when the Rajasic minds work together. Now in Purana, one example for Rajasic karma is Daksha Prajapati's yajna. He was appointed as Prajapati. And in one ceremony, there were thousands of people. Everybody got up. 2 people did not get up. When he entered for his welcome, 2 people remained seated. One was Brahmaji, another was Lord Shiva. You see how this Rajasic mind works. 1,000 people got up, he did not see. 2 people did not get up, that started bothering him so much. And he said, what does Lord Shiva think of himself? He was a son-in-law. I should teach him how to respect this and that. And his way of teaching him was, he arranged a yajna, big sacrifice, and made sure that Lord Shiva was not invited. And he did lot of things, Bahulayasam and Sahankarena va punaha. Again and again saying, I am such a great person. You know how that story ends, right? Finally, the whole yajna gets destroyed and he is put a goat head. In Hindi they say, it makes the sound meh, meh. Meh means what? I. So whoever has that ahankara vritti, that goat head is symbolic of it. So Bhagwan Shiva said, this ahankara was the problem, may it exhaust through this. That is Rajasika. You'll also see a hint of it in Dhruva's story. Kamepsuna karma is said, right? Strong desire for result. When Dhruva is walking from his father's home, where he gets insulted, Naradji comes and tells him, things that happen in our life is all God's will. That 5-year-old boy, Dhruva, tells Naradji, whatever you are saying is true. But in my veins, there is Rajasic blood running. I cannot accept this fact that everything is God's will. I have to go and do something by which I will get a position from which nobody can ask me to get down. Naradji says, this is Kshatriya Swabhava. They can bear pain but they cannot bear insult. And he gives him advice what to do. But that karma which is done with strong desire is Rajasic Karma. Sattvic Karma, you highlighted the word Krutam. Krutam means whatever he does, it will be this way. Means he starts something very sure that his result will be attained. Sattvic person. Rajasic person also does, but with lot of effort. But somehow he manages to do it. Lot of push and pull is there, but work gets done. Now you see Tamasic person. Anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate. What is tamasic karma? Tamasic karma is something which a person starts, but out of delusion. 4 things he ignores. These are very important things. Whenever we start any work, we have to make sure that these 4 things we don't ignore. You can take it at individual level, family level, society level, at work, doesn't matter which setup it is. Before committing to anything, these 4 things should be paid attention to. Tamasic person ignores all 4. First one is anubandham. Anubandham means what is the consequence and purpose of this work. I am starting this, but what is its anubandha for me? You have heard the word anubandha chatushtaya, right? One of the anubandha chatushtaya is prayojanam. What is in it for me? What is the purpose? Is it connected to my goal or not? What are the consequences this thing is going to have in the long run? He's totally oblivious of anubandha. Second is kshayam. Kshayam means burning of resources. Any work we take up, it will involve burning of resources. In terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of efforts. Tamasic person starts something without thinking about how much of my resources will get burnt in this work. Third is himsam. Himsam means if I start this work, what harm is it going to cause to others? Whether or not it is causing any harm, he doesn't even think about it. And anapeksha cha paurusham. Anapeksha will go with every word. Anubandham anapeksha, kshayam anapeksha, himsam anapeksha, and paurusham anapeksha. Paurusham anapeksha means whether I have the ability to do that work or not. Totally random. Doesn't even think about whether I am fit to do that work. Why did he start this activity? Mohad arabhyate karma. You see, tamoguna, that word moha is consistent. No rhyme or reason. Did you think about these things and conclude? He says, no, I just started. That karma is called tamasa karma. What are the four things? Anubandham, Kshayam, Himsam, Paurusham. Anubandham means consequence or purpose. Kshayam means burning of resources. Himsa is harm to others. And Paurusham is my ability. Now, what are some examples of tamas karma? Let us take Puranic examples first. When Bhagwan Rama, he is in Lanka to fight with Ravana. The final battle is going to take place. Ravana is standing on his palace and Bhagwan and his army, they are all down. Ravana comes out, the fort how they are, you can come out and see people. And he is standing there. Sugriva jumps directly on Ravana. Now, where is Ravana? Where is Sugriva? He might be the king of the captain of the team. He is no match to Ravana's strength. Finally, he does something, pulls his ear or something and comes back. Bhagwan chides him. He says, what were you thinking? Do you even know what would be the consequences? You would have lost Sita ji. Rakshasa, you never know how his mind works. Without giving any intimation, you are directly going and attacking him. He could have done anything. You could have lost your life. Did you even think about your ability and Ravana's ability? Paurusham, Anubandham. This is Puranic example, Tamasic Karma. Modern day example is, sometimes you go to holy rivers and you see it is filled with pollution. Sometimes it is very sad. We have so much reverence for that river, but you can't take a dip nor a sip. You can't even see that river. It's filled with all other things. Now just think about the mindset of whoever put that pollution there. Which of these four things they did not think about? Himsam. What is the harm it is going to cause somebody else? There is a village downstream which might be living on that river. He says, I don't care. He says, how can you not care? Because it is mohad arabhyate. You can't have rhyme or reason. Another more practical example of tamasic karma is doing things because somebody else is doing it. Somebody buys something, he says, I also want to buy it. He says, have you thought about purpose? Have you thought about kshayam? How much resources will get burnt? And paurusham, do I have the ability to get it or not? They have a term for this, right? Bandwagon effect. Because everybody is doing, he also jumps on it and goes. This is that thought is tamasa karma. Doing because somebody else is doing it. Now, the word highlighted here is mohad arabhyate. Or arabhyate, just one word, arabhyate. Three words you have now. Sattvic karma, what was the word you highlighted? Krutam. Krutam means what? It is past tense, he did it. Means sattvic person, when he starts some work, it is guaranteed that his result is there. So Bhagwan uses the word kritam. A Rajasic person, he used the word kriyate. He does it, somehow or the other he gets it done. Tamasic person, do you notice what word he used? Arabhyate. He starts, there is no guarantee he finishes it. Tamasic karma is like that. Without thinking about anything, he started. no guarantee that he will make it see the end. Mohad arabhyate karma yattat tamasam uchyate. Now only one topic is remaining out of the 7 jigsaw puzzle pieces. Karta. We will see in the next session. And if possible, we'll try to see some sweet conversations between Bhagwan Krishna and Arjuna towards the end. Ram 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 सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।